Question number 1. The fifth generation language is mainly used where? Well picked. Artificial intelligence is the correct answer.
Question number 2. What is the ultimate goal of programming languages?
On track. To make programming more powerful and accessible is the correct answer. Question number 3. Why might a web developer choose to use JavaScript? You chose because it works well with HTML. And it is correct. Question number 4. Which translator converts from different languages? Smart move. Language translator is an accurate answer. Question number 5. What is the purpose of an assembler in programming? Strong choice. To convert assembly language instructions into machine code is the right answer. Question number 6. The Java programming language is classified as STEAK. Good thinking. To create mobile applications is the right answer.
Question number 7. How many generations exist in programming languages?
Nice selection. 3 is the correct and valid answer. Question number 8. Which of the following uses mnemonics as its codes? Bravo. Assembly language is the answer. Question number 9. Which of the following are languages of computer? Correct response. All of above is the most accurate answer. Question number 10. This programming paradigm uses bottom-up approach. Great thinking. Object-oriented paradigm is the right choice.
Question number 11. What is the only thing that computers understand?
Right choice. Machine code is the best answer. Question number 12. Example of first-generation programming language. Good job. Your answer machine language works well here. Question number 13. What are scripting languages primarily used for? Valid point. Automation tasks is true.
Question number 14. What type of language is a programming language?
You got it. Your choice formal language is right.
Question number 15. Which type of language provides the most freedom?
Right again. Machine code is a valid answer. Question number 16. How many classes of programming languages exist? Well reasoned. 2 is the correct choice. Question number 17. The first evolution of the machine code was dash. Great job. Assembly language is the accurate answer.
Question number 18. What is the syntax of Lisp programming language?
Perfect is the correct choice. Question number 19. The most common type of programming language is? Excellent choice. Procedural is the right answer. Question number 20. Which is not a benefit of high-level languages? Excellent. Allows direct hardware access is a brilliant choice. Question number 21. How are files handled in programming languages? Nicely done. File input-output operations is a solid answer. Question number 22. What is HTML primarily used for in programming? Exactly. Web development markup makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 23. What is the purpose of declarative programming? Sharp thinking. To describe what a computer should do is the right choice. Question number 24. What is the purpose of a programming language?
Correct. To communicate with computers is the right answer.
Question number 25. What is now the fee? You're right. A scripting language is the correct answer.
Question number 26. Java, Python, Assembly, and C++ are examples of.
Smart pick. Programming languages is the correct choice.
Question number 27. In programming, what is a variable used for?
Well done. To store data that can change is the right choice.
Question number 28. What does supervised learning mean in ECML?
Clear logic. Your choice learning with a teacher or guide is sound and 100% true.
Question number 29. Java, PHP, and Python are dash-level languages?
Solid response. High is a valid choice.
Question number 30. A disadvantage of programming in low level is.
Nice work. You chose difficult for humans to learn and understand, and it is correct.
Question number 31. QBasic, Java, Pascal are dash-level languages.
Great thinking. High is the right choice.
Question number 32. HTML and LaTeX are all examples of dash. Nice selection. Markup languages is the correct and valid answer. Question number 33. What is the backbone of all of our software?
Good thinking. Programming languages is the right answer.
Question number 34. Dash have their code run through a compiler.
You chose compiled languages, and it is correct.
Question number 35. Which programming languages are high level?
Smart pick. All of these options is the correct choice.
Question number 36. Low-level languages use what type of code?
Excellent choice. Binary is the right answer.
Question number 37. What programming languages are most used?
Correct. SQL is the right answer.
Question number 38. Total generation of programming languages.
Solid response. 3 is a valid choice.
Question number 39. What type of programming language is C++?
You're right. Object-oriented is the correct answer.
Question number 40. Increased ability to learn new languages.
Nicely done. Concept of programming language is a solid answer.
Question number 41. Why were high-level languages developed?
On track. Low-level languages are hard to remember and use is the correct answer.
Question number 42. A low-level programming language is dash.
Exactly. A programming language that is close to machine language makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 43. Imperative languages are also called as.
You got it. Your choice procedural languages is right.
Question number 44. Computers understand only dash language.
Sharp thinking. Binary is the right choice.
Question number 45. Anide checks programming code using a.
Clear logic. Your choice debugger is sound and 100% true.
Question number 46. Basic programming was developed in the.
Smart move. USA is an accurate answer.
Question number 47. Von Neumann architecture, also known as.
Perfect. Princeton architecture is the correct choice.
Question number 48. Declarative programming is known for.
Well picked. Treating computation as the evaluation of mathematical functions is the correct answer.
Question number 49. Python is a programming language for.
Nice work. You chose develop websites and mobile apps, and it is correct.
Question number 50. Ruby is a programming language like.
Good job. Your answer Java works well here. Question number 51. Scientific application is a type of. Valid point. Programming domain is true.
Question number 52. Business applications is a type of.
Strong choice. Programming domain is the right answer. Question number 53. Are HTML and CSS have connections?
Excellent. Yes is a brilliant choice. Question number 54. Programming language with letter O.
Right again. Oak is a valid answer.
Question number 55. High-level languages feature dash.
Correct response. English, like keywords, is the most accurate answer.
Question number 56. What is a programming languages?
Great job. Used to create application, programs, scripts is the accurate answer.
Question number 57. Why study programming languages?
Bravo. All of the above is the answer.
Question number 58. Usually written in hexadecimal.
Well reasoned. Machine code is the correct choice.
Question number 59. PLETSQL skilled can be expanded as dash. Well done. Procedural language extension to structured query language is the right choice.
Question number 60. This programming language is.
Right choice. Popular and the others is the best answer.
Question number 61. Python is an example of dash.
Right again. A high-level programming language is a valid answer. Question number 62. Name 3 programming languages.
Right choice. Python, COBOL, Pascal is the best answer.
Question number 63. It is said that Python dash.
Solid response. Is a platform-independent programming language is a valid choice.
Question number 64. What is assembly language? On track. A low-level language that uses mnemonics to represent instructions is the correct answer. Question number 65. What does a translator do? Clear logic. Your choice converts source code to machine code is sound and 100% true. Question number 66. What is assembly code? Great job. A programming language that uses mnemonic codes is the accurate answer. Question number 67. Programming domains is.
Nice selection. For the problem to be solved is the correct and valid answer. Question number 68. Lisp is an example of.
Strong choice. Functional languages is the right answer.
Question number 69. What is machine code?
You're right. A low-level programming language is the correct answer.
Question number 70. What is an assembler?
Excellent choice. Converts assembly language into machine code is the right answer.
Question number 71. Ada is an example of. Perfect. Object-oriented programming languages is the correct choice. Question number 72. JavaScript is dash.
Bravo. Concise code and structured concurrency is the answer.
Question number 73. What is Solar 2D?
Valid point. Game engine is true.
Question number 74. JavaScript is a. Great thinking. Scripting language is the right choice.
Question number 75. What is Python?
Good thinking. Programming language is the right answer. Question number 76. What is syntax?
Smart pick. Syntax is the rules of the programming language is the correct choice.
Question number 77. Kotlin is dash. Smart move. Concise code and structured concurrency is an accurate answer. Question number 78. Python is dash. Excellent. Easy to learn and code is a brilliant choice.
Question number 79. Java is dash.
Nice work. You chose platform independence and object-oriented programming, and it is correct.
Question number 80. Java is A.
Exactly. Object-oriented programming language makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 81. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Nicely done. Contact Narayan Changda is a solid answer.